Hello student. On the last turn we had discussed about steady flow process. Now today we are going to discuss the unsteady state flow process or variable mass process. So what is basically the unsteady state process? Unsteady state process, it is a process in which the value of the property changes with respect to time. Okay. In a steady state flow process, we have discussed that the value of the property does not changes with respect to time. But in unsteady state process, the value of the property, and what are the properties? Basically the energy of the system as well as the mass of the system. So these changes with respect to time. As the time changes, these properties values will also change. Now suppose this is our system in which some energy is coming inside the system and some energy goes out. So this energy transferring is taking place. Due to this energy transfer, the energy of the system also changes. In the same way, some mass is coming inside the system and mass is coming out of the system, and due to the transferring of the mass of the system also changes. So what is the energy balance equation? What is it? So energy balance equation is nothing but it is E in minus E out is equal to delta E system. This is your energy balance equation. And when we write the mass balance equation, so what is the mass balance equation? That is nothing but it is M in minus M out is equal to delta M system. Okay, so this is nothing but it is the energy transfer, and this is the energy of the system, and this is mass transfer, and this is the mass of the system. This energy of the system and mass of the system. Okay, these two values is basically the energy of a system and mass of a system. These two are nothing but they are properties. They are property. Okay, so the value of this property with respect to time, this changes takes place. Okay, in steady state flow process, this with respect to time, their changes will not be equal to their changes will be equal to 0, but in unsteady state flow process it is not equal to 0. So how to solve? So first we just differentiating the energy balance equation and mass balance equation with respect to time. Now differentiating energy balance equation and mass balance equation with respect to time. So what is the energy balance equation? So this equation can be written as dE in by dt minus dE out by dt is equal to d by dt of delta E system. If we are assuming that the change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy of the system is negligible, in that case delta E, that is energy of a system, is nothing but this will be equal to this is equal to delta U, that is the internal energy of the system. So the above equation will be written as dE in by dt minus d by dt of E out is equal to d by dt of delta U. Okay, and here what is E in and E out? In E in and E out we can write as d by dt, and this is the form of energy transfer. So what are the different form of energy transfer? This can be in the form of heat or work, or it is mass which is coming inside minus d by dt of heat, work, or mass which is coming outside is equal to d by dt of delta U. Okay, so this is your steady state energy equation, unsteady state. This is known as unsteady state energy equation. Now mass balance equation. From mass balance equation what happened? D by dt of m in minus d by dt of m out, this will give you the d by dt of delta m system. This is the mass balance equation. And what was the energy balance equation? Energy balance equation was d by dt of E in, that is in the form of heat, work, or mass transferring, minus d by dt, that is at input, minus d by dt of q plus w plus m into E, which is coming out of the system, is equal to d by dt of delta U system. Okay, so this is the mass balance equation and this is energy balance equation. Now for closed system and open system, these values will change. So for closed system, what will happen? The mass transferring will not be there, so this equation will not be applicable for closed balance. So for closed system, mass balance equation will not be significant, while energy balance equation will be written in this form of d by dt q plus w at input minus d by dt q plus w at output. These two values will be given by d by dt of delta U system. Okay, so this is for closed system, and for open system, what is the energy balance equation? Obviously for open system, mass balance equation will also incorporate. So energy balance equation is nothing but it is d by dt of heat, work, plus in the form of mass also, minus d by dt coming out, this is equal to d by dt of delta U. Okay, so this is for your open system and this is for closed system. So this is your unsteady state flow process. Now, so there is one most important result for unsteady state flow process is the charging of a tank, and so many questions related to the charging of tank has been asked in the GATE examination. So how to solve the charging of a tank problem? So now let us see how to solve charging of a tank. Now I am going to write the new topic, that is charging of a tank. You can even see here, this is a charging of a tank. Suppose this is a supply line, and through this supply line a control volume, which is our system, is connected with the help of a valve. Okay, and we are assuming that initially in the control volume it is totally empty, and some mass is coming inside, some gas is coming inside this control volume by opening the valve, and it enters till the temperature, till the pressure of both will be same. So in that condition, what will be the final temperature of this gas inside the control volume? That we have to find out while the supply line temperature is given. Okay, so this is the problem which we have to solve. So this is known as the charging of a tank. So now let us solve how to do this type of the problems. Now let us assume this is our supply line. Okay, this is your valve, and through this valve a tank is connected, and this is our system. The most important thing is to decide what is our system, because we have to consider the energy of the system itself. Okay, this is system. Now let us assuming that the temperature of this supply line is T, its pressure is P. Initially we are assuming initially the tank is empty and gas enters to the tank through supply line, and the pressure, temperature, enthalpy of gas of supply line B, P, T, H respectively. Okay, so gas enters the tank through opening of valve and it fills the tank till the final pressure inside tank will be equal to the pressure of supply line. Okay, gas enters, suppose the entering gas flow rate is mass flow rate is m dot. Now the gas is entering into the through the supply line into the tank, so this gas fills the tank till the pressure inside this and this is equal, and let it pressure be P. Let the final temperature of the gas inside the tank is T2. Okay, let final temperature of gas in tank be T2, and this T2 we have to calculate. Okay, so this T2 we have to calculate. So now writing the energy balance equation and mass balance equation for this unsteady state process. Why it is unsteady state process? Because some mass is flowing. Okay, so the mass of the system is gets changes. So mass energy balance equation. First writing the energy balance equation. d by dt of E in minus d by dt of E out is equal to d by dt of delta E system. We are assuming that no heat and work transfer takes place. And neglecting kinetic energy and potential energy, then what will happen? D by dt of me minus nothing is coming out of the system, so this is equal to d by dt of delta U. Okay, so what is the internal energy? What is this E? That is the energy of the mass which is coming. This is nothing but it is the enthalpy, because its kinetic and potential energy has been neglected. So this can be written as m dot h is equal to d by dt of delta U is nothing but it is mf uf minus mi ui. Now what is mf? This is the final mass of system. What is mi? Initial mass of system. Now see, it's a very important and very initial mass of system. Now just concentrate how to solve this type of problem. What is the uf and ui? Uf and ui are nothing but they are final and initial specific internal energy of the system. Uf and ui, they are specific internal energy of system at final and initial state respectively. Okay, so this can be written as, now suppose this charging or the entering of the mass takes place for delta t time, so m dot h into delta t for delta t time, so this becomes mf uf minus mi ui. Okay, so what is the initial mass? Initial mass is nothing but it is 0. Okay, so now just take this as your first equation. Now writing the mass balance equation. What is mass balance equation? D by dt of m in minus d by dt of m out is equal to d by dt delta m system. So how much mass is coming out? So no mass is coming out of the system, so this will be equal to 0. Okay, so what is the rate of mass which is coming inside the system is m dot, and this delta t for delta t time, So this will give you the delta M of the system. And what is delta M of system? That is the final mass minus initial mass. So what is the initial mass? Initial mass we have considered this is equal to 0. So what is the final mass? Final mass of the system is nothing but this is m dot delta T. This is our second equation. And what is our first equation? The first equation was m dot h into delta T is equal to mf uf minus mi ui. So first equation was m dot delta T into h, that is the enthalpy of pipeline, is equal to mf uf minus mi ui. So what is mi ui? This value will be equal to 0. Why? Because the initial mass is equal to 0. So on m dot delta T, this can be written as mf. So this is mf into h. This is equal to mf uf. So mf cancel out. So uf, this becomes h. And what is uf? This is nothing but it is CvT2, that is the final internal energy of the gas inside the system. So this is CvT2. And what is this h? This h is nothing but it is the enthalpy of gas which is coming inside the tank. So this value is nothing but it is CpT. Okay, so what is the value of T2? T2 is nothing but Cp upon Cv, that is gamma times T. So this value, that the final temperature of the tank is gamma times T, where T is the temperature of the supply line. So this is very, very important result, and so many times, at least around 5 to 6 times this question has been asked in GATE examination as well as your engineering services examination. So charging of a tank, this is very, very important article. This charging of a tank, it's a very, very important article, and the only thing you have to remember that you have to balance the energy balance equation and mass balance equation, and you have to write this into this way. And always remember, you have to take this delta U as mf uf minus mi ui, and this process will take for a delta T time, for a very small time delta T, and then balance it, so you will get the result. This is really a very, very important question article. So on this article, I am just showing you one question. So just see how to solve the question. This we have already discussed for open system. What is the energy balance equation? Now this is our first question. In a reciprocating engine, the mass of gas occupying the clearance volume is mc kilogram at state. In a reciprocating engine, the mass of gas occupying the clearance volume is mc kilogram at state P1, U1, V1 and H1. By opening the inlet valve, mf kilogram of gas is taken into the cylinder. Now see, here the initial mass of the gas is not equal to 0, it is mc. And by opening the inlet valve, mf kilogram of gas is taken into the cylinder. So what is the final mass? Final mass of the gas inside the cylinder is mc plus mf. Okay. And at the conclusion of the intake process, the state of the gas is taken by P2, U2, V2 and S2. This is the final state of the gas, and this was the initial state of the gas inside the cylinder. The state of the gas in the supply pipeline is constant and is given by Pp, that is the pressure of gas in supply pipeline, internal energy Hp, and Vp is its velocity. How much heat is transferred between the gas and cylinder walls during the intake process? So we have to calculate the heat transfer. So here we have not assumed that heat transfer is equal to 0, as we have taken in that earlier case that it was 0, but we can assume that and obviously since the piston cylinder arrangement is there, so some work transfer will also takes place and gas will do some work. So we will assume that W dot will be the total amount of the work which has been done. Okay, so we have to calculate how much of heat transferred. Now let us assume this is our reciprocating engine. This is our initial state where the mass is now let us assume this is our reciprocating engine at initial state. Now the piston moves and it reaches to the final state here, and this is the supply line, and gas enters into the supply line with the help of some opening of the valve. Initially the mass was mc, and finally it is mc plus mf. This is the final mass and this is initial mass. Now suppose at any instant of time the mass flow rate is m dot. So what is the energy balance equation? And let us assume that Q is the amount of heat and W is the work which is coming out. So what is the energy balance equation? d by dt of E in minus d by dt of E out is equal to d by dt of delta U, neglecting the kinetic and potential energies. Okay, so how much of heat is coming? So now see, the heat which is coming is d by dt in the form of Q plus how much mass is coming, that is m dot. Okay, this much at any instant of time, this mass flow rate is m into what is it in enthalpy. Let the enthalpy of supply line is Hp minus d by dt. How much, that is W, this work will be taken, is d by dt. This is m d by dt of delta U. What is delta U? That is this can be written as U final minus U initial of the system. Okay, so this can be Q dot plus m dot Hp minus W dot is equal to d by dt of Uf minus Ui, or we can write that Q dot delta T, that is Q minus W plus m dot Hp into delta T. For delta T time, this is nothing but it is Uf minus Ui. This is our first equation. Now what is the second equation? That is the mass balance equation. How to write the mass balance equation? Mass balance equation says that d by dt of m in minus d by dt of m out is equal to d by dt delta m system. So d by dt of m in minus d by dt m out is equal to T by dt mass final minus mass initial of system. Okay, so what is the mass coming inside? That is m dot delta t. And what is the mass coming goes out? This is nothing, is equal to what is mass final? mc plus mf minus what is initial? mc. So this equation says that m dot delta t is nothing but it is mf. So your second equation. The first equation we have already made. So what is the first equation? Q minus W plus m dot hp delta t is uf minus ui. So Q minus W plus m dot delta t times hp is equal to uf minus ui. Now what is hp? hp is nothing but it is cpTP, where Tp is the temperature of supply line gas. So Q minus W plus m dot delta T, that can be written as mf into cpTP uf, that is the final internal energy. Final internal energy is nothing but that is m final, that is mc plus mf into cv. And what is the final temperature? This is T2 minus initial internal energy is mccv and initial state temperature was T1. So this much. So what is the value of Q? So this can be written as mc cv, that is T2 minus T1, plus mfcv cvT2 minus cpTP is equal to Q minus W. So how much heat has been transferred? That is W plus mc cv T2 minus T1 plus mf cvT2 minus cpTP, where Cp and Cv are nothing but that the specificate at constant pressure and at constant volume. Tp is the temperature of the supply line and T2 and T1 are the final and initial temperature of the system. And how much work has been done? So total amount of the work done is nothing but it is the variation of pressure and temperature. So when the value of work is given, so you put the value and get the value of work. Otherwise, since it has not been given, then we can neglect the work transfer. So W is equal to 0. So total amount of the heat transfer will be this much. So this is your answer. So this was the question, and really it is a very good question. It is just like as a charging of a tank, but here the only thing you have to consider that initial values are not given is equal to 0, and you have to just consider these initial values also. This was the question, and similar type of the question have been asked in engineering services examination, that I will discuss tomorrow. Okay then. Now the next problem is the internal energy of the air is given by U is equal to U naught plus 0.718 T. Okay, where U is in kilojoule per kilogram and U naught is any arbitrary value of U at 0 degree centigrade. And T is in temperature, that is given in degree centigrade. Also for air, PV is equal to 0.287 T plus 273, where P is in kilopascal and V is in meter cube per kilogram. This relation has already been given, and U is equal to given as U naught plus 0.78 T. A mass of air is stirred by a paddle wheel in an insulated constant volume tank. Okay, the tank is your well insulated, so there is no heat transfer will takes place. The velocities due to steering make a negligible contribution to the internal energy of the air. So whatever be the energy of the system changes, it is only just due to the internal energy. No contribution of velocity will take place. Air flows out through a small valve in the tank at a rate controlled to keep the temperature in the tank remains constant. Okay. At a certain condition, the conditions are given as follows. The tank has a volume of 0.12 meter cube, pressure is 1 megapascal and temperature is 150 degrees centigrade and power to paddle wheel is 0.18 kilowatt. Find the rate of the flow of air out of the tank at this instant. Now, this is question number 2. Now suppose this is a well insulated tank and air is coming out and some steerer wheel is being done, some work is being done and air is coming out. Okay, and this is our system. So obviously work have been done and this air has been coming out and the temperature of this gas remains constant. Suppose the air which is coming out has the mass flow rate is m dot. So writing the energy balance equation, what is the energy balance equation? D by dt of E in minus D by dt of E out is equal to D by dt delta E system. And since only internal energy plays a vital role and kinetic and potential energy has been negligible, so this can be taken as change in internal energy. Okay, at input only work has been transferred, so this is dw over dt minus what is coming out. Air is coming out with a constant enthalpy because the temperature remains constant of this vessel, so the enthalpy will be H. So this can be written as H times dm over dt, where this dm over dt is nothing but it is the rate of flow by which the air is coming out of the system and H is the enthalpy of the air which is coming out. This because it is equal to d by dt of delta U. Now what he says, the velocities due to steering make a negligible contribution to the internal energy of the air and the temperature remains constant. Since the temperature of this tank remains constant, so the internal energy of the system will remains constant, so this value will become 0 because temperature remains constant. So therefore dm over dt, this is nothing but it is dw over dt divided by enthalpy. So this is our equation. Now the value of dw over dt has been given, that is 0.18 kilowatt, and now we have to calculate the value of enthalpy at 150 degrees centigrade temperature. Okay, because its initial value is at 0 degree centigrade and now it has been increased to 150 degree centigrade due to paddle wheel. So because of this, at any instant of time where the temperature is T, so H will be the enthalpy, so it varies. So we have to first find out what is the value of this enthalpy with respect to temperature. So it is given that the internal energy of this gas is given as 0.718 T. So at T is equal to 0, that is small t is equal to minus 273, degree centigrade. So U becomes U is equal to 0. Therefore, U naught will becomes 0.718 into 273. So U becomes 0.718 T plus 0.718 into 273. So this becomes 0.718 into T plus 273. This is the internal energy, and it has already been given that PV's variation is given as 0.287 into T plus 273. Therefore, the enthalpy of gas is H is equal to U plus PV. So this can be written as 0.718 T plus 273 plus PV is 0.287 into T plus 273. So this shows that enthalpy of the gas is nothing but it is 1.005 into T plus 273. Now the final temperature T is equal to 150 degrees centigrade. So what is the value of enthalpy? 1.005 into 150 plus 273. Once you solve this, so you will get H is equal to 425 kilojoule per kilogram. This is the value of enthalpy. Now put this value in the equation, that dm over dt, that is the mass flow rate, how much air has been coming out of the system is nothing but it is dw over dt divided by the enthalpy. So this, what is dw over dt? dw over dt was given as 0.1 kilowatt. So it is 0.1 kilowatt. So 0.1 kilowatt, that is kilojoule per second, divided by 425 kilojoule per kilogram. So this value, when solve it, it comes to be 0.236 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram per second, or mass flow rate which is coming out of the system is nothing but it is 0.845 kilogram per hour. So this is the value of mass of air which is coming out of the system. The only thing is that we have to use the relation, this one, and since the temperature remains constant, so internal energy of the system will be constant. So this will be 0, and this H varies with respect to temperature, not with respect to time. So this has to be taken as constant, so we have taken this one. So by this you can solve this question. So this is a good question. Now come to the next one. For the next problem, this is really a very good question, and this type of the question can be asked in engineering services examination. It's a big problem, conventional type problem. So you just see how to solve this question. A well insulated vessel of volume capital V contains a gas at a pressure P0 and temperature T0. So means at initial condition the gas has in pressure P0, temperature is T0, and its volume is V, and it is well insulated. Now just to make the diagram, it is a well insulated tank. Suppose this is a well insulated tank, and initially its pressure is P0, temperature is T0, and volume is V, it is given, and it is an insulated tank. Okay, the gas from a main at a uniform temperature T1 is pumped into the vessel. Okay, now in this Suppose this is connected within a vessel line. Here it is a vessel wall, and this is connected with a main line. From this main line a gas is coming and at a constant temperature T1. Okay, temperature T1 is pumped into the vessel, and the inflow rate decreases exponentially with the time according to m is equal to m naught e की power minus at. So the mass flow rate is given as m naught e की power minus at, that is m is equal to. Inflow rate decreases exponentially with respect to time according to, that is, this is nothing but it is m dot naught, because it is the mass flow rate. This is the mass which is going inside, okay, where a is a constant. Determine the pressure and temperature of the gas in the vessel as a function of time, neglecting kinetic energy of the gas entering the vessel, and assume that the gas follow the relation PV is equal to RT, where T is equal to T plus 273 and its specific heats are constant. Okay, so now see how to solve this question. Now the air is entering, so this is nothing but it is just similar to the charging of the tank problem which have already been discussed. Now let us assume after some time the pressure in the tank is P and its temperature is T. Okay, once it will be charged. Okay, so energy balance equation, what energy balance equation says? d by dt E in minus d by dt of E out is equal to d by dt of delta. Now neglecting the kinetic energy and potential energy, so this will be your only internal energy part. Only inside air is coming, it is well insulated, so heat transfer is zero. Since vessel is insulated, so Q is equal to 0. I have assumed that work transfer is also is equal to 0. So d by dt, what is at input? Input is nothing but it is enthalpy into mass. Okay, that is the mh is equal to, and nothing is coming out of the system. This is nothing but it is d by dt of delta U. That is the change in internal energy of this system. So H into dm over dt. So what is dm over dt? Is nothing but it is m0 dot e की power minus at. This is total energy, so it has to be m into h. So dm over dt, that is m0 e की power minus at, that we have been given, is nothing but it is d by dt into delta U. Now integrating, so delta U, that is change in internal energy, that will be equal to integration m0 dot h e की power minus at dt. Now this has been integrated from initial internal energy to final internal energy U at any instant of time from 0 to t. So this is U minus U naught is equal to m0 dot into h, and what is the integration of this one? This is divided by a into minus e की power minus at from t is equal to 0 to time t. So u minus u0 is equal to m0 dot h upon a. Now put the value of t, so it is e की power minus at and minus minus plus 1. This comes to be 1 minus e की power minus at. So this is the internal energy. So this can be written as u is equal to u naught plus m0 dot h upon a of 1 minus e की power minus at. But as a total mass, so this total mass can be written as m into u is equal to m0 u0, where m is the final mass and m0 is the initial mass, plus m0 dot h upon a 1 minus e की power minus at. Because what you have to see here, this is with respect to mass, so this is not specific, it is total internal energy. So I just forgot to write here, it will be capital U. Please make it correct, it is capital U naught. So this is capital U and this is capital U naught. Okay, so what is capital U? That is m into specific U is m0 into u0, and this one, please make it correct. Sorry. Now, so this is our first equation. Again, we know that through mass balance equation. What is mass balance equation? Mass balance equation says that dm over dt is equal to m0 dot e की power minus at. Now integrating this, so dm can be written as m0 dot e की power minus at dt. Now integrating from initial mass of the system m0 to the final mass m, and this is from at time t is equal to 0 to any instant of time t. So m minus m naught, this value becomes m0 dot upon a, and once you integrate, so it will give you the value 1 minus e की power minus at. This is your second equation. So we don't know m, so we can eliminate m from equation number 1 and 2. So now eliminating m from equation 1 and 2. So now by eliminating, so in place of m we can write this value. So we can write it as m0 plus m naught dot upon a1 minus e की power minus at. This into u is equal to m0 u0 plus, what is the value, m naught dot h upon a into 1 minus e की power minus at. m dot h upon a into 1 minus e की power minus at. Okay, now what is this u? This u is nothing but it is the final internal energy of the system. So this is nothing but it is CVT. What is this? Initial internal energy of the system. So this is CVT naught. And what is this enthalpy? This enthalpy is nothing but the enthalpy of the air which is coming inside. So this is nothing but it is Cp T1 because temperature is constant. Now putting these values is, so m naught u minus u naught. So it can be written as m naught u. In place of u we can writing CVT plus m0 dot upon a CVT 1 minus e की power minus at is equal to m0 CV T0 plus m0 dot h upon a 1 minus e की power minus at, which is h. In place of h we can write as cpt1, or we can write it. So this is the variation of basically temperature with respect to time. So this can be written as T. So it is m naught plus m0 dot upon a of 1 minus e की power minus at is equal to, now dividing by cv, so this is m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a. Here it can be written as cpt1 divided by cv, so cp upon cv will give you gamma t1 1 minus e की power minus at. So what is the value of temperature? Temperature will be nothing but it is m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a gamma 1 minus e की power minus at times of t1 whole divided by, that is m0 plus m0 dot upon a of 1 minus e की power minus at. So this is the variation of temperature with respect to time. Okay, now this is the value of the temperature with respect to time. And now how to find out the pressure? For pressure, so we know that PV is equal to RT by applying this equation. So pressure will becomes R by V into T. Now what is the value of T? Now put the value of T. So T is nothing but it is m0 t0 m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a gamma t1 1 minus e की power minus at divided by m0 plus m0 dot upon a m0 plus m0 dot upon a 1 minus e की power minus at. So this is the variation of pressure with respect to time. Okay, so now this is the variation of pressure and the variation of temperature has been given. Now what he says in the question, he says that if the vessel was initially evacuated so that the temperature inside the vessel is independent of time. First part says that when m0 is equal to 0, initially the vessel is evacuated, it means initial mass is equal to 0. So what is temperature? So not temperature, put the value of m0 is equal to 0. So what will be the temperature? This is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, m0 dot upon a, m0 dot upon a 1 minus e power minus at, then it becomes gamma t1. If you see, then t becomes gamma t1, which is independent of time. So when the initially it is evacuated, so it is just similar to the your charging of the tank, which we have already proved that T final temperature would be nothing but it is equal to gamma times the pipeline temperature. So the same thing here comes, only in case when the initial vessel is evacuated. So this has been done. And in the second part, what he is saying, determine the charging time when the pressure inside the vessel reaches to that of the main. Okay, now this pressure reaches to its main pressure. So what is the mainline pressure? Mainline pressure is P1. So when P becomes P1, when P equal to P1, that is the mainline pressure, that P1 V upon R, this is P1 V upon R multiplied by m naught plus m0 dot upon a into 1 minus e की power minus at. This value will becomes m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a gamma t1 1 minus e की power minus at. Okay, now multiplying, so p1v upon r m naught plus p1v upon r m naught multiplying plus p1v m0 dot upon a p1v upon r m0 dot upon a 1 minus e की power minus at. This value is equal to, what is this line, m0 t0 plus this number m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a gamma t1 1 minus e की power minus at. Okay, now take p1v upon r m0 dot upon a1 minus e की power minus at. Take all these values at the same. So p1v upon r into m naught minus m naught t naught is equal to m0 dot upon a gamma t1 1 minus e की power minus at minus p1v upon r m0 dot upon a 1 minus e की power minus at. Okay, now you have to solve this for t. V r m naught in its final volume is p1, pressure is p1 v r m naught and m0 t0. So take m0 common, so this is p1 v by r minus t0 into m0. This is equal to m0 dot upon a 1 minus e की power minus at. So this becomes gamma t1 minus p1 v upon r. Okay, so now from here you can find out the value of time by taking the by taking the log of the sides. Now the value of the pressure, how to give the value of the pressure? So we know that PV is equal to mRT. So P will be nothing but it is m. What is the value of m? That is the final mass of the system. This is nothing but it is m0 plus, what was the final mass? The final mass we have calculated by integrating this equation. So m is equal to m0 plus m0 dot upon a 1 minus e की power minus at. So this can be written in place of m is m0 plus m0 dot upon a of 1 minus e की power minus at. This is the m r divided by the volume into the temperature. So what is the value of the temperature? The temperature value we have already calculated. This is nothing but this one, that is m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon m gamma m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a gamma t1 1 minus e की power minus at divided by m0 plus m0 dot upon a of 1 minus e की power minus at. So now this value will be cancelled out, so p becomes r, and this m0 p r upon v and m0 t0 plus m0 dot upon a gamma t1 of 1 minus e की power minus at. So p becomes, now multiplying by r by v, so r0 m r m naught t0 upon v, it will nothing but will give you the initial pressure, that is p naught, plus m0 dot r upon av, m0 dot upon r upon av gamma t1 of 1 minus e की power minus at. So this is the variation of the pressure with respect to time. So these are the variation of the pressure and temperature. Now in the first part, what we say, in the first part of the question, it says that if the vessel was initially evacuated so that the temperature inside the vessel is independent of time. Now the vessel was initially evacuated. So when the vessel was evacuated, it means m naught is equal to 0. So when m naught is equal to 0, then what is the value of t? So now see here, this is nothing but it is the value of t which we have already put. So once put m naught is equal to 0, so this is equal to 0, so this will be cancelled out. So m0 dot upon a 1 minus e की power minus at, to this will be cancelled out, so only gamma t1 part will be there. So the temperature will be equal to the gamma t1. Now put and get it ever. So it is independent of time, and we have already proved that the temperature is nothing but it is gamma times of the temperature of the pipeline when the initially it was evacuated. In the charging the tank process, we have already proved this thing. So this is your first part. Now for the second part, what he says, in the second part he says that determine the charging time when the pressure inside the vessel reaches to that of the main. Okay, so pressure, the variation of pressure is given as P is equal to P naught plus m0 dot r upon ab gamma t1 m0 dot r upon ab gamma t1 of 1 minus e की power minus at. This is the value of the pressure. Now this pressure, final pressure, is equal to the pipeline main pressure. So this is equal to P1. So P1 minus P naught into AV upon M0 dot R gamma T1. This is nothing but this is equal to 1 minus e की power minus at. So e की power minus at can be written as 1 minus P1 minus P0 AV divided by m dot r gamma T1. So taking the log of both the side, so this time will be equal to minus at ln of this thing. So t is equal to 1 upon a ln of 1 minus P1 minus P0 AV upon M0 dot R gamma T1. So this is the time required for charging of this tank. Minus AT ln E, that is ln of this thing, this is minus t, so ln 1 upon a, this is with a minus sign, so this value will be negative. So ln 1 upon, we can take it, this is ln 1 upon this one, so this will give you your time. This value will always be a negative value, so you will get this is the required charging time. So this is the answer. Okay, on the next term we will we will solve some more problem related to the unsteady state process, which have already been asked in engineering services examination. This question was very important question, and this type of the question can be asked in engineering services exam also. So please keep concentrate and work and do this problem at least 2 to 3 times by your own, so that whatever be the confusion coming in your mind will be evacuated. Okay then, thank you.